So I would like to present you my project. This is Aloha Cakes, and our goal is to make people's daily routine a little bit sweeter with our pastries and cakes. One of our goals is to deliver our pastries and cakes to people wherever they are in Barcelona area. Because at this moment, well, we are planning to do a pilot project in Barcelona city. And since we have a Viking heart, if everything goes well, we might try to expand to other areas. Why did we want to do this? Well, one day as I was studying here in the UX bootcamp, I realized that there were some people complaining that the bakery offer in this area was not too wide. And actually, they were tired of eating always the same stuff. The other thing is that, well, I decided to go for a walk and see if it was true or not. And I realized that to find a fine bakery, I had to walk 15 minutes. And actually, there were a lot of people from startups, freelancers, and people for enterprises who were complaining that they could use this time to work on their projects. And yeah, they would like to find a kind of service that could help them to find good bakery products that could be delivered in their place. So the first thing I did in this case, well, as I said, they had to do a long quest to find a good bakery. Finally, they had a lot of stress because of that, because they wasted a lot of time. And finally, they felt like sheep because they were always eating the same. So, yeah, that's a bad idea. The next thing I did was to try to identify 3 user types, in this case, freelancers, as I said in the beginning, between 20, 30 years old, and then students who are among 18 and 25, and finally, enterprise workers, because yeah, they also need to eat some sugar to keep up with the daily routine. What I realized from these 3 profiles was the following. First of all, I realized that freelancers indicated that they preferred chocolate and sweet pastries, especially handmade, and craved it between 3 in the afternoon and 5 in the afternoon, or in the evening. They were not allergic, and they required a wider offer of bakery products. On the other hand, students wanted to find, well, they didn't care about salty or sweet, they liked it both, especially chocolate ones, and they tended to want to crave between 9 in the morning and 11 in the morning, or maybe 3 in the afternoon and 5 in the afternoon. So we had their craving habits defined. When it comes to enterprise workers, they prefer chocolate and pastries and cakes. They wanted something more elaborate. And they tended to want to crave between 9 in the morning and 11 in the morning, and then in 3 in the afternoon and 5 in the afternoon. And it was very relevant that 40% of them really miss elaborated bakery products in their areas. So the offer was not very wide. But there was something against it, and it was that, yeah, they were not they were reluctant to buy bakery online because they had bad experiences with other food deliverers, and the time was one of the pain points, because they realized that sometimes they received the order late, a wrong order, they were disappointed because the customer service didn't save the day, they didn't receive the order. So I had in mind that if I wanted to improve this experience, I had to find a way to be fast, efficient, to provide the right order, or at least to provide a compensation in case I failed in any of these points. So I decided that a good idea would be working with delivery partners, like in this case Deliveroo, for example, who could provide a good service in this area. The other thing that I realized is the price was a pain point for them. They found that it was too expensive, and on the other hand, we couldn't reduce the price to deliver to particulars, because yeah, we needed to do some money somehow. So I decided that maybe by changing the target, in this case corporations, startups, events, weddings, or special occasions, that to say a bigger group of people interested in getting bakery products, could be a good idea to make Aloha Cakes work. And that's what I did. I interviewed them, I got the information, I focused on corporations and medium-sized events in Barcelona. I looked for delivery partners. As I said, Deliveroo is a good one. And I focused on making a special product, in this case, handmade bakery with wider offer than street bakeries and our competitors. So provide a better product. Then I decided to make a customer journey to see how it would work. In this case, for example, in the last day of bank holidays, workers tend to be a little bit sad because they have to go back to work. Then on the first day of bank holidays, if the company offers them a good breakfast, they maybe can feel a little bit more happy and be more productive because they are motivated. And as a result, well, the company gets more production even when the workers are going back from holidays. On the other hand, it was a startup gambling workers from a startup. In this case, they wanted to engage potential partners. The event they wanted to prepare was getting closer. They didn't have the time to look for good products to offer during the event. So I thought that maybe if they could find Aloha Cake's website and we offered them a good price, we could bring them the bakery and customize it with their brand colors and flavors they wanted to, and make their potential customers remember the brand more easily. So one bird, two shots. And well, then after doing that and having very clear in mind what I wanted to do, in this case a mobile web thing for Aloha Cakes, I started working on wireframes, and it lasted for hours, even days. Actually, well, look at my lorem ipsum. It looks like The Shining, so all work and no play makes Marta a dull girl. So yeah, I was very tired. But in the end, I managed to do a good video. Let me see. Yeah. Here you can see the website. As you can see, there is a very nice pictures. The structure is very clear. Here you can see some recommendations, specials of the week. When you go up, besides a presentation, you can see our main categories of the website. In this case, cravings. We are going there. You can see the specialty pastries. Sacher is a good one. If you go down, well, you can see the pricing. You can see some other offers down there. Here you can find information in the footer about our brand. Yeah. You can add the products. In this case, yeah, we are going for a muffin. And if you want to see information about the product, just click in the picture and you see all the information. You can indicate which flavor do you want, chocolate croissant, regular one, the quantity, and then go to the shopping cart. You can see what did you order. Then you must select when do you want your order to be delivered, in case you are ordering less than 6 products. And here you only have to select when do you want it to be delivered, and you can see when it's available to be delivered. Okay, next step, you must introduce your shipping address, billing details, payment information. And you can see a little banner over there telling you when it's going to be delivered. You confirm it. Next step, you will receive an email and you see a message telling you that everything is okay, that your order is being placed. In catering, you can order for special events, as I said, for meetings, for weddings. And in case that you're ordering a bigger order, you can click on Book Now, and you go to this form. You indicate your name, your email, subject, if it's a wedding or whatever, what do you want to get, and that's it. And then, well, frequently asked questions. In case that the question you want to make doesn't appear here, you can write it here. And finally, there is a section called About Us, when you can get to know who is behind Aloha Cakes. In this case, my partner, Alba, who is sitting over there. And you can see some videos. And yeah, if you want, you can see the video we made to introduce our products. I don't know if the subtitles. Well, if you go to the YouTube site, you're going to see it with subtitles in English. So in this case, if it's in Catalan, if you want, I can leave that or I can take it away. Okay. And, well, that's it. That was my project. Thank you for your time. And, well, I hope you enjoyed that. Later, there is a for all of you.